2019. It's coming to a close. We're in the final days, 2020. If you guys haven't already seen, I did my most anticipated movies of 2020. Very excited for a lot of stuff coming out then, but this year has had some hits and misses, and I don't really want to get into the misses because I don't like talking about bad stuff if I don't have to, unless it's something I'm passionate about, a la The Irishman, a la Rise of Skywalker, because those are bad for obvious reasons. So I wanted to rank my top 10 films of 2019. As I say this, there are a couple of films I haven't seen that might have made my list. I don't know because I haven't seen them, but I'm upset I didn't get a chance to see them in this year. And since I'm not seeing them this year, I'm not putting them on my list, even if I see them in 2020 and it was released here. I'm not that kind of guy. First one is Bombshell. I really wanted to see Bombshell. That looked really good. Very interesting, something I'm very intrigued by. The second one was Little Women. So excited to see this one. I wish I could have saw it this year because I'm pretty sure this one would have made my top 10. This looks so good. And the last one is 1917. Obviously gonna win a lot of awards. Wish I saw that one on time, but sadly I did not. So without further ado, here are my top 10 films of 2019. Again, they're subjective. My number one's gonna piss off a lot of people, I already know that, but let's just get into it. Number 10, Shazam. I love superheroes, I love comic books, I love superhero movies. And, you know, when you get this year, when a lot of stuff came out this year superhero related, I did not like any of it. Sad to say, I didn't like Endgame or Far From Home or Joker or Captain Marvel or if there's anything else. The three things superhero I liked, the Harley Quinn cartoon, Doom Patrol, and Shazam. Shazam was the closest any movie has ever got to capturing the era and the style and the feel of filmmaking that we got in the 1980s. I don't care what anybody says. Stranger Things didn't do it. Shazam is a perfectly made movie for that time period. It's got heart, it's got so much character, so much love. You have so much fun watching it. It's just like big, it's like the Goonies, it's like Ghostbusters. It's got that feel to it and it's so fun to watch. I had the time of my life watching it. Zachary Levi needs to get more roles because of it. I absolutely adore him in this role, and it was just so fun to seeing the Marvel family show up. Just all these characters are so fun and interesting, and having them appear in these movies, it's just really cool, and I can't wait for more because this one it hit me in all the right ways a superhero project should. So I'm glad it came out and I really liked it. At number 9 is A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I love Mr. Rogers. Last year the documentary came out about him. That was one of my favorite films of last year too. There's just something about the positivity, infectious nature that this guy gives off that just makes a lot of people happy. And we're in a specific point in this guy's life now. It's nearing the end. He's an older man. And of course Tom Hanks, who can do no wrong in the eyes of the world. And he can't. He kills it as this character. It's so fun to see him. But Matthew Rhys, who is a guy I'm a big fan of, is the title character in this. Well, he's not the title character. He's our lead in this. And what we do throughout this entire movie is we follow him he's this broken man who's trying to find himself, and he's an unlikely friendship with Fred Rogers. So that was really cool to see. Beautiful script, beautiful story, great acting, just one of those sleeper hits that came in and made me feel good, and I had a good time watching it. It's not my favorite movie of the year, but it's the one I go back to and I think, you know, this is what I want to show people when I tell them this is what 2019 gave me for movies. Something uplifting and positive in a time that's not so uplifting and positive. So A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood is my number 9. And my number 8, which is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine because I'm a fan of musicals. I'm a fan of the singer this is based off of, and I love all of his songs, Rocketman. You've all seen the memes of Taron Egerton and Richard Madden. The two guys are great together. They are absolutely fun to watch and on screen, and this was just a blast of a movie. I think it's better than Bohemian Rhapsody. That's just me. I mean, I think Elton's just a more interesting guy than Freddie, and Taron's he's so charismatic and infectious in his performance. Everything he does is so beautifully crafted, and you can tell he cares about it. He does all his own singing, which is incredible to see, and his performance is just amazing. Like, just watching the way it does things is great. It's Dexter Fletcher who did Bohemian Rhapsody after Bryan Singer got out of there, but he did such a better job of this because you knew he had a vision for this. You could tell there's a lot of respect for Elton in here, and it was just really fun. I hope a lot of people check this one out because I had a blast watching this one, and I want more people to see it because it's better than Bohemian Rhapsody, and it infuriates me that we're probably not going to give Taron an Oscar nomination because we gave it to Rami for Bohemian. So that kind of that gets to me. But no, Rocketman, really fun watch. If you like music, if you like Elton John, if you like Taron Egerton, check it out, guys. It's a really good one, and I highly recommend it. So my number 8, Rocketman. My number 7 is Longshot. This is a movie with Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen. It's kind of a political satire. I love political stuff. Veep is one of my favorite shows to come out in the 2010s. I absolutely loved it. But this movie, it takes everything I love about Veep, this weird, edgy side of the political stuff, and it just does something incredibly unique and fascinating with it. It's a beautiful romance story about a guy, Seth Rogen, who I've been said I kind of look like him, so I always relate to characters like Seth Rogen, and it's just fun to see him. He's this, he's this journalist who speaks his mind, and he falls in love with this woman who's running for president, and it's the girl who used to babysit him. Hard to believe that Charlize Theron is older than Seth Rogen, but hey, that's the world we live in, and it works. Beautiful movie, beautiful script, great acting, great chemistry. Absolutely love this one, guys. Number 7 is Longshot. I highly recommend checking this one out, guys. You are going to love it. And coming in at number 6 is Dolomite Is My Name. I love Eddie Murphy. Love seeing him do stuff. Dolomite is a weird property that not a lot of people know about, and why I love this movie speaks to why I love film. And when you see people who are very passionate about filmmaking behind the scenes or on screen, it's just so fun to watch because it's a community of people who enjoy this one thing. And Rudy Ray Moore is a guy who wanted to make a beautiful movie and for his people, and you just see the way he went about that, the way he tried to do that, and it was such a beautiful thing to watch. Eddie Murphy kills it. The cast is amazing. Everyone involved in the project is just so good, so talented. I am so happy I saw this one because it was very much worth my time, and it was just definitely a good time on Netflix. And Netflix is a weird release for me. They don't have a lot of good stuff, but when they do, they do. And number 5. Probably one of my most anticipated movies to come out this year. I was so excited when I heard this one announced because you got 2 great actors. You got Pattinson, you got Dafoe. It is The Lighthouse. I did not like The Witch. I'll say that right away. I did not like The Witch. But Robert Eggers, he knows what he's doing here. So intense, just so methodically well done, and every scene matters. The cinematography, the way the camera's positioned, everything about it is just so perfect and beautiful. Great script. I always love a good script. Great speeches here given by Dafoe. He needs to win the Oscar. He needs to win. Such a great performance from him. Absolutely amazing. Loved every second of it, guys. Like, this one to me is one of those movies that you have to be a film fan, a film auteur to truly appreciate what's going into this, because if you're not, you're gonna get it, but you're not gonna see every little thing that went in that a lot of the other, big film fans are gonna see. And that's what I love about this movie. It's a movie made for film fans, and as a film fan, works for me, guys. I love this one. So my number 5 is The Lighthouse. Coming in at number 4, might surprise a few people, Jojo Rabbit. I know, like, this one's being praised so much. I love this movie. I wanted to put it as my number 1, but in the theater I was just like, this is so good. How is something gonna top it? And some things did top it for me. Beautiful performance, beautiful script. Taika is, I would say, the best director of the year. He has just done so much amazing stuff, and we should just worship the ground he walks on, because it's just amazing what he's done and what he's capable of doing. I love this guy. I love his script. Scarlett Johansson, I'm not a ScarJo fan. She's so good in this. She's so perfect. I would watch her do anything now because of what she did here. This script is the closest we got to anything Monty Python-ish since I think Shrek came out, but it also takes itself so seriously and understands what it's about. So it's just amazing to see where that came to. And Jojo Rabbit, everyone's got to check this one out. This is going to be one of those movies, it's going to stand the test of time and be an instant classic every time somebody watches it. I guarantee it. You guys have to check out Jojo Rabbit. That's my number 4. And my number 3, I've talked about this one on my channel before, is Ford versus Ferrari. I'm not a car guy. I love racing movies. This one worked for me on all beats. I don't really want to talk about this one because you can just go check out my review, but Matt Damon, Christian Bale, beautiful directing, James Mangold. When those all come together and something like this works, it's amazing. Loved every second of it. The script, the pacing, the sound mixing. I love good sound mixing when it's done right and it's flawless. Perfect here. It's my number 3. Everybody should go watch Ford versus Ferrari, or where you're from, Layman66. Number 2, another movie I talked about on my channel is Knives Out. You are a fan of filmmaking and you want to be a writer, you gotta see the script to this one, because every part of the script is so meticulously done and everything has to call back to something said earlier. Beautiful, beautiful. The cast is great. Ryan Johnson, who I can't praise enough for everything he does. Perfect man. I love him. I just like to shake his hand and say, you understand filmmaking, you understand what it means to be a filmmaker. I'll see anything you do because you're just that good. Knives Out, guys. Again, I talked about this one on my channel. I love this movie. definitely worth checking out. Which brings us to my number one movie of the year, which is gonna have a lot of controversy behind it. But when I think of a good movie, I want something that is memorable, something that I have a good time watching in a theater, something that I know a lot of people need to see because they're not going to appreciate it in the way it deserves to be appreciated. My number one movie of 2019, Dora and the Lost City of Gold. I know what you're thinking, what the are you on? I'm telling you now, this movie is amazing. It's so fun and lighthearted. It's exactly what rebooting a property should be. You take all the parts that work and you're doing it in a way that's new and original, that still keeps the essence of what that was. The cast is fun, everyone's having a good time, the story is actually interesting and intriguing, and I had a big smile on my face every time I watched it. And at the end of the day, isn't that all film should be for you? It's just something you can enjoy and smile through. Yes, Knives Out and Ford vs. Ferrari and Jojo Rabbit, they're all more prestigious films that are well made and you appreciate them for a different reason, but sometimes you just need that blindness to go into a theater, not know what you're going to get from it, and you get something that's truly unique and fun. And that's what Dora was for me. It's weird to say, but this movie really hit me in a way I wasn't expecting it to. I had a blast, and I haven't had that much fun in the theater since I saw this movie. I've enjoyed watching movies in the theater, but when I was there, the experience just hit me in a way that no other movie had this year. And it's one I'd probably go back and watch over and over again because it's just going to be fun for me. And I'm not talking fun like The Room or any of those old movies like that. But no, it's fun just like, this is what I need. This is how you take a property, do something fun with it, and I love it. So yeah, my number one movie of 2019 is Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Weird, but hey, that's what I think. So those are my top movies of 2019. I'm excited to hear what you guys think of my list or what your own list is. I know a lot of people are going to be surprised by mine, but hey, that's just how it goes. Be sure to like the video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel because we always got more content coming. Lots more coming in 2020, I can guarantee you that. I got a lot of new equipment I can't wait to test out, so I'm excited to see where that goes. I will catch you guys in the next video.